I'm so cold.
Come closer, Simon.
Simon!
Silence!
Wake up, Pilgrim. Your real adventure beckons you.
Simon, it's your father.
Come. Come, my son. We have to talk. I don't have much time left. You are my only child. All my hopes follow your steps. I hope that today you are ready to accomplish your personal legend. But are we ever ready? You have to find a man for me, a friend who's waiting for your visit. You will give him the manuscript. Be careful. They all want to know its secret. Go to Toulouse and find Petrus. The manuscript is in the secret room. The door is in the library. The frieze, it's the key.
I bid you a fair day, my friend.
Hola, mi nombre es Pablo, and I'm the greatest knife thrower in the world.
I am looking for a certain Petrus.
Good revenge. Kill him.
No, I just want to talk to him.
So what? You talk to him, then you kill him.
Good day to you. How is the view from up there?
I would be very grateful if you could refrain from disturbing me. I am in the middle of a rather dangerous exercise.
Wheels? I wonder what they use it for. Greetings, sir.
Greetings, young man. What kind of fate brings you on this road? A glorious one, I presume.
Where are you going along with your troupe?
We have a performance 1 week from now at the court of Raymond VI.
What is your art?
Illusion. I play little tricks. Nothing too impressive.
Oh, you're being modest.
No, I'm being cautious. Believe me, the line between magic and heresy is a thin one that you don't want to cross.
She looks like an angel, standing on her rope.
She sure does. And it seems to me that you wouldn't mind frolicking about in the clouds with her.
He is quite impressive.
I recruited him in Galicia, where he was practicing knife-throwing on the Pilgrims.
I wonder what they use it for. What is this machine?
That's my smoke machine, the latest of my inventions. See, down there is a pair of bellows to bring some air and pressure into the fire chamber. Through those 4 holes, I pour some water into the reservoirs. Once it boils, the steam escapes through the narrow chimney in the center, where it meets with the hot air. When they come in contact, they yield a coloured smoke.
Smoke with an attitude? Very clever. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I'm still working on it. I'm sure I could use it for many other purposes. To produce energy, for instance.
Do you always carry some spare wheels?
Oh, yes, I always do. It's a very valuable item on roads like these.
Good morning, sir. Do you need some help?
Don't come any closer. I have an axe and it wasn't meant only for wood.
I have no intention to steal anything from you. My name is Simon de Longplay, and sins like robbery never appeared in my lineage.
Oh, I do apologize, dear sir, but one has to be careful on these roads.
No harm done. So, what happened?
The wheel got stuck. I imagine the burden was too heavy for the bridge. One of my barrels fell down into the river. Fortunately, I always tie a long rope around each one of my casks. The barrel is not lost, but now that it's full of water, 2 strong men couldn't retrieve it. I am at my wits' end. Now the trout are toying with my most valuable merchandise.
They are not yoked. It's as heavy as a dead donkey. Now I can try and drag it. Let's hope it works. funny. Here's your barrel, sir.
You're a clever young man. Can you go and bring me my black ox now? Here's the yoke. Thank you kindly, young man. But now my wheel is completely wrecked. How can I resume my journey? For you know, sir, roads are my living. Do you have an idea?
See? I managed to loosen his wagon.
Good for you. I hope you managed to help us, too.
The comedians have spare wheels about the size of yours. Why don't you try to buy them one?
The comedians? If it's my only chance... I beg your pardon, but the young man here told me you had some spare wheels. I was wondering, since mine is broken, well, if you might sell me one.
That may be called a sudden change of mood. Well, yes, why not? Let's not bear you a grudge. That would cost you 3 ounces in silver, no less.
I have this Italian silver coin, but will you weigh it? My scales are down in the river.
No problem. Look. See, it's handy. Oh, about your coin. Sorry, sir, but it weighs only 2 ounces.
I shall also give you this silk purse. It's for ladies. See how deep it is.
Deal.
Splendid. I would be very pleased if we could do the same with all my goods, sir. I'm thinking of a spice cask I have to bring to Narbonne. Do you think you could find a way to weigh it?
How shall I do that?
The water method is good, and you could use my bigger loaves, but I cannot see how this cask would fit into my bucket.
Good morning, devout man.
Good morning, lad.
May I ask where you're going?
Ah, greatest misconception of all! Plague of our times! I'm not going anywhere, you ignorant creature. My concern is of a less superficial kind. I made a vow of contemplation. I decided to witness the wonders of God without ever interfering with his master plans.
May I ask where you're going? Oh, a baby mouse! What is that?
My friend, a fine company, though she tends to be a bit too materialistic sometimes.
Would he help me cross the river on his boat? I need to use your boat.
God will provide for your needs. So what would you need a boat for?
I should need to use your boat to weigh this cask.
I will not help you unless God sends me a sign.
A sign? Like what?
Any sign. Seeing, my mouse fly, for instance.
Loneliness has gotten the best of the hermit's wit. He wants to see his mouse fly.
An interesting challenge. Would you have any suggestion?
Your machine was able to make the leaf fly. Wouldn't it be able to do it with the mouse?
It wouldn't. Unless you figure out a way to retain the energy attached to the animal.
We might secure the mouse to the silk purse, which then we would inflate with hot air.
It's worth trying. Here it is.
Can I borrow your mouse for a moment?
Take it. Go, my brave Pegasus.
Quiet, my friend. You're in for a little trip.
Oh, my mouse! Bring my mouse back down! Immediately!
Could you help me with this problem?
No problema!
Hey! You! What are you looking for?
Oh, nothing, sir. I was just thinking that you were fortunate to travel in such a big caravan. And now, highly devout man?
Well, that'll do. You may use my boat, but don't touch my mouse anymore.
Right. The weight lowers the boat in the water. So?
Congratulations for what you did! Now, you may weigh the cask. The loads are there. Each load weighs 200 ounces.
You see, the line shows the exact weight of the cask. And now, all we need is to add loads until the water reaches the painted line. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 loads. Here you are. Your cask weighs exactly 4 loads, which makes about 800 ounces.
800 ounces! Good! That's what I thought. Thank you so much, young man. You've been most helpful. Here, please accept this other silk purse. You will find a lady to offer it to. And if you are in Toulouse, go and see my friend Bernard. He is a rich draper. I haven't seen him for many years, but he most certainly still abides near the Bazacle market. Tell him that you were sent by me, Aymar, and very likely he will help you.
Now that what was left of the bridge has collapsed, I would need to be a tightrope walker myself to get across. Well, the merchant is gone. Now what?
Now it's our turn to get out of this place. We have to find some way of crossing this bridge.
The boards look sturdy enough to carry the burden of the caravan.
Unfortunately, the caravan is not large enough. We could have taken off its wheels, set it onto the boards, and pushed it across the river. In fact, we could do it if we had longer hubs for the wheels.
What about the poles?
Yes! That might work out. The other problem is how he will move it across the boards.
The oxen could pull the caravan.
Yes, of course. But how do you mean to do it as long as the oxen are not on the other bank? They won't go to the other side unless we drive them across, and it is definitely too dangerous to cross the river with them. The stream could carry us away like twigs.
So what's your conclusion?
We need to find a way to lead the oxen across the river, and then get them to pull the caravan. How?
We could use this rope to drag the caravan and also to pull the oxen.
I can't see how we could use this rope from this side.
She could cross the river walking on a board.
Yes, but what for? Are you looking for something?
Fine lady, do you think you'd be able to cross this river treading on those boards?
I most easily would. But why so?
I would need you to carry this rope to the other side.
And then?
Greetings, sir. I guess this is the way to enter Toulouse.
It is, clever boy, and it will cost you no less than 1 copper to pass this gate.
I am a humble traveller. I do not have any money.
Then I can't do anything for you. Keep your path away and forget Toulouse.
Believe my indignation, my lord. I feel highly concerned by your request. May God castigate the rebel gypsy boy who dared to steal your sword. The regret is all mine, but I don't sell any swords at the moment, and I would need, at the best, a few weeks to make a new one.
Ah, it is absolutely inconceivable. I have been in 15 mortal battles to fight for our faith, and I campaigned more often than any other Christian man of my rank. I just cannot imagine entering this town unarmed like a peasant. It would be such a dishonor to my descendants.
All my respects, my lord. I imagine you and I are facing the same misfortune. You miss a sword, a noble instrument of war, and I am lacking for a penny, which is war's foolish sinew. I would do my best to help you, my lord.
Ha! What in the world can you do for me, boy? Unless you can produce swords out of your mouth as easily as words. For a sword, I would gladly give more than a penny, boy.
Good morning, fine lady. I'm delighted to meet you. My name is Simon of Longplay.
Glad to hear about your delight, young boy. But I do hope my purchases of today earn me delighted men of a different kind.
I do not mean to offend you, fine lady. Far from my mind. But I would be so grateful if you could distract the grumpy guard over there for a moment while I try to enter the town.
What do I hear? How dare you? What allows you to believe I would do that for you?
Fine lady, would you accept this silk purse as a humble gift, a modest reward for your services?
How embarrassing. What exactly do you want me to do?
Go and talk to the guard. I rely on your charms to distract this vulnerable man. I will take care of what follows.
Agreed. I am ready to help you, young man. But pray, do not be mistaken about my nature. I am a woman of a high virtue.
My lord, would you accept this humble sword, owned by a dreamy fellow?
Oh, by all the great lords of Spain! Let us go, little fellow. The charms of Toulouse are awaiting us. Here's a copper to pay your passage. And take this Spanish coin. You deserved it. I am going to enter through another door.
Sir?
Yes, what? Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't you know you ought to be indoors today? The guards are nervous. The Count's having important guests tonight and he doesn't want to take any risks about their safety.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
Oh, what do you want, young man? I don't have much time.
The place is deserted, but everyone seems in a hurry. What's happening?
Oh, the reception is turning the town upside down. The court asked me to make a special pair of shoes marked with the coat of arms of Narbonne. One of the guests is a noble lady from that town. I am lacking a silk ribbon to finish the blasted shoes. The Count will kill me. Oh, the man running the next shop is a silk worker, all right, but he hates me. He's much too happy to see me in trouble to sell me anything. Would you perhaps care to help me?
What's the quarrel between you and the silk worker about?
Well, there's a rumour going around town that he used to be a slave. I know not why, but he seems to believe that I spread the word, which is absolutely wrong. It's a stupid situation. I have a brother who's a judge. He told me that, according to the laws of Toulouse, a slave who has settled in town and opened a shop is not only considered free, but also protected from any attempt by his former masters. So, you see, whatever he was before, he is as free as you and me, and he ought to be proud of it.
Hello, friend. How can I be of any help to you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm the money changer in this market, young man. If you've got some currency, trading goods, or any kind of wealth, I would be immensely glad to bring you my help.
Oh, I apologise. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
There's very little to hurt in that field. But you're wasting my time.
Hello, young man. What may interest you in this humble shop of mine?
Does the name of Bernard ring a bell? He was a fabric trader.
From a long time ago, it could be. Well, I haven't much to do with these traders. My clients are noblemen and troubadours. The first feed my purse with fine gold, and the second feed my soul with poems.
Do you know anyone in town by the name of Petrus?
No, but I don't know that many people. I'm getting old and most of my friends have passed away.
Do you know anyone named Bernard?
I don't.
Do you know someone named Petrus?
I don't.
Maybe you knew a certain Bernard. He was selling fabrics on the market a few years ago.
Oh, yes. A skilled trader, very cunning. But you won't find him easily. He changed his name when his brother left for Béziers more than 8 years ago. Very few people know that he's still living at all. I may be the only one who knows where he lives.
Will you tell me?
In these modern times, information is power. Why should I tell you if you're not a client of mine?
Would you know about someone named Petrus?
Not that I remember.
There was a trader named Bernard on the markets a few years ago. Do you know something about him?
No. I myself arrived only 2 years ago.
I am looking for a fabric trader who used to work here. His name is Bernard.
Oh, you must be talking about Bernard Paquin, a stern person, akin to those Cathars, if I remember well. I know not where he may be by now.
I am looking for a man named Petrus.
Unknown to me.
I am looking for a certain Bernard. I've been told that he used to sell fabrics on this market.
The name sounds familiar. A very lonely soul. Extremely rich, though. He had a brother. A weird family.
Why are you looking so busy if you're not expecting any client this morning?
The Count ordered a cake from me. A very special Saracenic recipe. I'm nervous because I'm making it for the first time. The reception is tonight. I don't even have time to look for a proper garment to wear.
Why are you looking so busy if you're...
I resent restraining your personal rights for circulation, but a superior political body to which your rights mean little more than the flea means to the dog was very clear on that point. No one shall pass. Now move along before I get mean.
Stop right there, young lad. No one may pass until the guest of Raymond VI has arrived. Order of...
I am looking for a certain Bernard. I've been told that he used to sell fabrics on this market.
The name sounds familiar. A very lonely soul. Extremely rich, though. He had a brother. A weird family.
Quite an impressive collection you have here. Did you make up all of them, or did you buy some?
To be honest, I buy quite a lot of them. My dream is to go to Lombardy. The greatest lute makers are there. I could buy some instruments and trade them here for a fortune. The problem is that the roads are far from safe. A man travelling with bags of money seldom goes unnoticed.
What a fair lady.
Hasn't she something, indeed? She's my daughter, you know. I would give so much to have her married. Strangely, no one has proposed to her yet. Moreover, I could provide her with a comfortable dowry if only I were sure to find an honest man.
Would you exchange this coin for me? I think it's gold.
You mean gilded. It's worthless. Did a Spaniard give you that? No wonder. Nothing but robbers, all of them.
But I desperately need some money.
Sorry, my child. Credit in this trade of mine is a fatal habit. But look here. I know this little riddle. Let's see how you can handle it. If you answer it right, I'll exchange your coin for 3 silver coins.
I couldn't get any poorer. I'll give it a try.
Look, here is a pair of scales, and these are 8 cloth bags. Each bag contains 3 silver coins, except for one, which contains only 2. Tell me which is the lightest in no more than 2 weighings. You can try it for yourself. That was your first weighing. Now, choose the bags for your second weighing. You've done your last weighing. Do you think you could show me the bag you're looking for? Congratulations, you found it. You're quite a smart young man. The bag is yours.
The old fellow is nice, don't you think so?
He and the caterer are the only 2 merchants whom I'd trust.
You know, the old man's daughter is looking for a husband, and he told me she'd have a good dowry. Aren't you interested?
Getting married is all I ask for. But he will never accept me. The rumor is true. I used to be a slave. I wanted to keep it a secret, but now it's too late.
Do you know about the law of emancipation?
Of course I do. But do you think the old man will believe me?
The shoemaker is a nice person, don't you think?
He is a friend. He sometimes comes and listens to me playing some music.
About your daughter?
What about her? Do you have an idea for a husband?
I know the silk worker is in love with your daughter.
I respect him, but they say he is a runaway slave. What will I do if his former masters come to have him back or have him killed?
There is a law in your town which states that a runaway slave who opens a shop is not only free, but also protected from his former masters.
How would you know? You're not even from this town. Who told you?
Your friend, the shoemaker, told me. One of his brothers is a judge.
Then it makes sense. Ah, please tell the boy I will give him my daughter. Thank you, young man. I will give you a present as a reward for your troubles. Take those 2 coins, I'll know you'll use them well, and take those poems. They are an eclectic picture of our rich and delightful literature.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
As a matter of fact, I told the old man about that law. You will marry soon. He has invited you for dinner tonight.
He knows about the law of emancipation, and he will give me his daughter's hand? I can't believe it! It's wonderful! How can I thank you?
Well, you can thank me by thanking the shoemaker. His arguments convinced the old man. I think this deserves a ribbon.
That fellow is not that bad after all. Take it. I'll go and thank him myself tonight.
Here's your ribbon. I'm sure you'll make the prettiest shoes ever.
You were sent by the divine providence. Take those 4 coins as a token of gratitude.
How much do these cost?
5 silvers for the ceremonial dress, 3 for the hunting clothes. Do you have some money?
Here are 5 silver coins.
Then you can have this garment and your information on top of the bargain. Bernard Packer now calls himself Paul. He lives in that room over there, the one with the green lantern on the main square.
I have a nice surprise for you.
Lad, you're an angel. I can't pay you back now. But what would you say if I got you into the castle as my assistant? Come and see me again this evening, and I'll let you see more wonders than you ever imagined.
Good morning, madam.
What do you want?
I would like to meet Paul, please.
All right. But be careful. I've just cleaned out the house.
Then you won't help me?
No, I won't. Reconsider your projects. That's the best advice I can give you.
You are an idealist. My brother used to think the way you do. See where it led him to. Go back to your mountains. Your old stones won't protect you much longer. Montségur will fall. Do you hear me? Montségur will fall, and you will fall with it.
Maybe. But know that sometimes we rise in our fall. Accept the peace of the consolation. Forget these thoughts of violence.
My sacrifice won't be as vain as yours. I won't surrender without fighting. Don't you see that I work for everybody's benefit?
Oncoming death is filling your heart with pride and conceit. Let me tell you one thing. In no way can you boast to grasp or comprehend the benefit of those you don't belong with, and whom you call everybody. I have to go, Bernard. Your paraclete is reaching for your hand. Do not prefer the arm of revenge.
Oh, it's too late. Much too late.
Let it be so. Goodbye, my friend.
What do you want, sir?
Good morning, sir. My name is Simon de Longcroix, and...
I'm not in the mood to waste so short a time as I've got left. Do get right to the point of your hill-time visit, stranger.
I'm coming on the behalf of your friend Aymard, the merchant. I met him on the road to Toulouse.
Aymard. Good old crony. He's still on the blasted road. I always told him he should set up a business in town. But he's as stubborn as he's hard-working. He'll never change.
I'm looking for a man called Petrus.
Petrus. Petrus. This name sounds familiar to me. No, I don't remember.
who he could be?
It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help anyway.
Sir, maybe you could do me a favour. A request of the highest importance.
Certainly.
I am in debt with someone, and I would like to pay him off before passing away. The problem is that all I've got is a letter of credit from a rich Lombard family, and I really don't know anyone in Toulouse who could be interested in endorsing this letter. If you could find a solvent person who would endorse this document, I would be infinitely grateful.
Actually, I met the instrument maker on the market this morning, and I think he might be very interested in having your letter of credit. Indeed, he decided to go to Lombardy shortly to do some business, and worries about travelling with cash on these nowadays unsafe roads.
Good. Excellent. Take the letter and do as you said. You obliging man. I'll wait for you.
I've got a letter of credit in the name of a rich Lombard family. The merchant Paul is seeking someone who may endorse it. Since you let me know that you have planned to go to Lombardy for business, I took the liberty of thinking that this letter could be useful to you and ensure that you travel safely to your destination.
What a clever idea. Give me the letter to endorse. I'll give you the money straight away.
Here's the money you are expecting.
What money? I don't understand.
I'm here on Paul's behalf. He asked me to give you this money for a particular deal he told me you knew about.
Ah, yes, the money. Fine. Tell him that everything's fine.
Madam?
It's dreadful. Sir Paul, my dear child, has now found the only rest he deserved.
Sir Paul is...
Poor soul. I know that where he is now he will find the peace he deserves. Young man, before leaving us, Bernard dictated this note for you, and he asked me to entrust you with this fur coat. God have his soul. Now, please, take this and leave us. The churchmen will be here any moment.
Well, do believe in my compassion, madam.
Stop right there, young lad. No one may pass until the guest of Raymond VI has arrived. Order of the court.
I am carrying this present to the abbot of St. Sernin on the behalf of Bernard, the trader. The poor man is dying.
I truly understand the nobility of your action, my boy. It's praiseworthy for sure. I wouldn't mind if you proved as understanding as I am and were extending your generous views a trifle.
I suppose you mean that this little contribution might please you.
Good, lad. You may pass, but hurry up before I change my mind. If you want to see the Abbot Arno, take the little door on your left. The main entrance is closed for the bells are being tuned. Now, get along with you.
And what can I do for you, brother?
I have a gift for the abbot. It is a donation left by a rich trader in his will.
Well, we all like little presents, don't we? Would you please follow me? I must ask you to respect the silence of these walls. Only the birds are allowed to sing here. The little birds. How I love those delicate creatures of God. Mm. Brother? What expectations accompany you within these walls, my son? Holy Father, please forgive me for disturbing you like this. I come on the behalf of a friend. On his deathbed, he expressed the wish to contribute to the splendor of Saint-Sernin with a gift. This splendid fur coat. Brother Abbot, Brother Jack has just had another attack. Again? Very well, I'm coming. Wait for me here, young man. Fine. The Holy Church knows how to thank the devout and those who are the messengers of their faith. These small attentions are often the key to heaven. How could I?
I'm looking for a certain Petrus. He was a juror at a dispute that took place here last year.
Petrus? Yes, Petrus is one of our number. I'll take you to him right away.
Ouch! What now? What is this place?
I won't be so cruel as to bid you welcome.
Why are you hiding in the dark?
I am not hiding. I am preparing myself. And darkness is not an absence of sunlight. Darkness is wherever Yahweh is not.
What's a pious man like you doing rotting in jail? Preparing yourself, you said?
Yes. I am preparing to meet my paraclete.
Whoever that may be, I hope he can get us out of here.
I pity you on your blindness. You can't even see that the prison walls lie far beyond the corners of this dungeon.
Well, most helpful remark.
Helpful indeed. The problem is you're both blind and deaf. How could you recognize the truth of my words? You're like the rest of them. You confuse reality and appearance. Why are you here anyway?
I have been desperately searching for a man called Petrus.
I know a Petrus, a fine man. He is a close and trusted friend of our beloved Raymond. He lives at the court.
See? You were too pessimistic. This is our chance. Sir? Sir? Too late. You, fair lady? I'm glad to see you here.
Simon! What are you doing here? Did you find your friend in Toulouse?
No, I haven't yet. That's why I'm here, to look for him. What about you? Will you be performing tonight?
Yes, we should, but we're at our wits' end. Patronus is ill, throwing up his bowels somewhere in the inn. He created and staged the new act we're supposed to play tonight for the Count. The Count's personal advisor will be here in a few minutes to watch our rehearsal, and we don't even know what we're supposed to do. Only he knows how to use his bloody machine. Help us once again, Simon. You're a bright man. You'll figure out something.
Do you mean you don't know anything about the show?
All we know is the story we're using as a background for the juggling and knife-throwing numbers. A dragon falls in love with a lady and gets killed by her jealous husband while they're flying away together.
Don't panic. I'm going to try and set up the machine.
Good evening, travellers. So let me see what performance you have for us tonight.
For sure, noble lord. Could you wait a few seconds? I'm nearly done putting the set together. It shouldn't take long. It looks complete. take this piece of wood. It will be the dragon's heart. Isabel, please take this rope and tie it.
Where to?
To these rings. Can you hit the wooden heart when I tell you to?
No problema, loco.
My lord, the play may start. Hear the sad tale of Fafnir the dragon. The way his fate by love was sawn. He loved a maid fair as moonlight, who had been wed to a cruel knight. The maid soon heard about the tale. She was moved and her heart went frail. As soon as she saw the winged prince, she forgot her cruel husband since her heart knew to have found its place. By this sire of the strangest race, they flew away, riding the air over the castle to the lair. But the fierce knight saw them fly, and threw a spear, strong and high, into the dragon's heart it went. Down to the ground both lovers went. This was the story of poor Fafnir, a dragon who died without a tear. For in death he had found the prize of a love big enough for his size.
Bravo! It's good, it's excellent. I'm sure Lord Raymond will enjoy your tale of love and death. Very clever. The one designed as a monster is murdered by the knight out of greed. A perfect metaphor. Now, I would like you to recite a poem tonight. A great lady from Narbonne will attend this dinner, and she's particularly fond of poetry. What song could you sing to please the ears of our guests? To perform tonight. You even deserve a special reward. What could I do for you, lad?
Maybe you could help me with some information. I am looking for a certain Petrus.
Petrus? Yes, indeed. I happen to know him personally.
Could you then tell him that Simon de Longplay is desperately looking for him?
Despair no more, Simon. You have found the one you are looking for. I am Petrus.
You are?
I was waiting for you, Simon. Come, follow me. You deserve an explanation. I was waiting for you, Simon. Did you have trouble finding me?
That's one way of putting it.
I don't ask you to understand now, but maybe it is better that way.
Now that you come to mention it, there are quite a few things I don't understand.
Ask me. I'll do my best to satisfy your curiosity.
I thought I knew my father. I saw him as a kind of eccentric erudite with a special taste for secrecy. Apparently I missed a lot. Or rather, he didn't care to tell me too much.
Your father cared a lot for you, and you're not that wrong with your description. I suppose there are a few things I can tell you about him. He used to be a very close friend of mine. Your father was the leader of a secret order called the Tradition, to which I belong, as do many others across many borders. I'm not allowed to tell you anything about us except that we are working for a better understanding of man. You may one day be called upon to learn everything there is to know, but that will depend on a decision you will have to make soon.
What is the problem between Raymond and Innocent?
The Catars, of course. Innocent has contained his wrath for a long time because Raymond comes from a long lineage of champions of the Church. His ancestors were among the first to answer Boniface's call to the Crusades. Unfortunately, Innocent has now decided that this heresy must perish in fire. Raymond has protected them in silence for too long. The main problem for Innocent is to persuade Philippe to march against the south. I'm afraid that it won't be too long before he succeeds.
Have you ever heard of a certain Monsignor Diego Dosma?
Yes, why?
Because he's been sent to question a certain Mark. Who is he anyway? Is he the same tall guy that used to visit us from time to time at the farm?
Probably. Mark is a valorous Templar. I haven't seen him since he left for the Crusades. I thought he was dead until now.
What makes you think otherwise?
Your presence. He was given the task of bringing back the manuscript. Evidently he delivered it to your father. I can only wonder where he is now.
On that point I can teach you something. He is being held prisoner in his own castle, somewhere in Aragon.
May God protect him. Your father was the leader of a secret order called the Tradition, to which I belong, as do many others across many borders. This manuscript represents the last chance for the Tradition to accomplish your father's life work. Here begins your apprenticeship, Simon. Here, where many a brave man has stopped in wonder at the same sight which you see before you now. Long ago your father made me promise to be your guide. Today, both of us are about to set out on a long and dangerous journey because of this promise. There are many secrets in the universe, and many mysterious powers men choose to fear or to pursue. The Church doesn't like us because we actively seek out these secrets. We love the Church because it has merely lost its way. Christ tells us to forgive the sinner, not to persecute him and martyrize his body. Your father was incapable of experiencing hate for anything or anyone. That's why he was able to develop his gift to such an extent. His quest was as pure and generous as his soul. You can feel very proud that he placed so much confidence in you. It is a paradox that our enemies of today are fighting for the same cause as we are, the glory of God. Sadly, our differences are over politics and not faith. Sometimes I even feel that they are nothing more than a problem of semantics. Well, anyway. Let us for a minute forget about dogmas and rules. From this moment on, my task will be to convince you to join us in the good fight. The good fight is the one we engage in because our heart tells us to. The good fight is fought in the name of our dreams, for dreams are the nourishment of the soul. Our dreams burst forth within us when we are young, when we don't even know how to fight. Later, as we grow older, we learn the ways of combat. But too often we have lost our courage by the roadside. So we turn against ourselves and become our own worst enemy. We patiently convince ourselves that our dreams were childish or too difficult to accomplish, that they were the fruit of our ignorance of life's hard realities. We smother and kill our dreams because we are afraid to take up arms in the good fight. The first symptom of our dream's demise is lack of time. We create occupations for ourselves, in sufficient quantity for us never to have to think about what we really wish to achieve. And yet, on the other hand, man is movement. In the beginning was the verb. And some of the busiest people I've ever met are always able to find time for any task, however menial, which they deem to be of importance. The second symptom is the establishment of certitudes. We look behind walls, hear the storm of the fight, the clashing of the swords, and we decide we feel safer within those walls. But we will never know the savage joy that illuminates the eyes of he who fights, and for whom victory and defeat become less important than the fight itself. The third symptom is peace. Life becomes an idle nap on a sunny day, and doesn't make excessive demands on us. We look upon ourselves as wise men, having sagely shelved the utopian ideals of our youth. We look upon others of our own age with mockery when we see them apparently falling prey to their passions and juvenile enthusiasms. When we turn our backs on our dreams in search of peace, we enjoy a short period of tranquility. But soon the air is full of the putrid stench of our rotting dreams, until one day it becomes unbreathable. From then on, we can merely wait for death to deliver us from our daily occupations, our certitudes, and from the terrible peace of those sunny day naps. Your father was leading the good fight. He dreamt about... that I cannot tell you yet. You have to gain better knowledge of yourself before you can judge the dreams of others. For only if the same ideals exist in you will you be able to take up the fiery torch of their quest. I will teach you now how to be born again. Kneel on the ground, put your head on your knees. Close your eyes. Now, mentally, recreate the scene around you. Think about me. Where am I? Good. Where is the cross? Where is the rock? Yes. Where are you? Good. The scene is complete. You are but a seed in the tranquility of the earth. Lift an arm. Good. The time has come for you to fight for your space. You are a young tree that wants to grow up full of sap and full of dreams. You have to make some sacrifices. What will you use your sap for? To dream or to grow? You must grow in order to catch the rays of the sun. So far you have been keeping yourself quite occupied with the simple process of growing, but you are still frail. The slightest blow could send you tumbling down. You lack self-confidence. What good can your shyness be to your dreams? If you stop growing now, you'll be blown away in the first spring storm, and none of your dreams will have been accomplished. What will you use your sap for now? To dream or to grow strong? Congratulations! Now you are a tree. You can enjoy the peace you've deserved. All these efforts have tired you out, haven't they? You can rest. The sun warms you. The wind can't hurt you. ask for peace. Come on, demand it as your right. Welcome back, Simon. You acted wisely. No peace can be found when you've neglected your dreams. And yet you need to grow, for there's no virtue in hiding from the world. I am happy that you have performed this rite. It means your father was not mistaken about your gift. And it means that you have a stout heart. Let's hurry now, for we must reach Rossevaux before nightfall. Here begins your apprenticeship, Simon. From this moment on, my task will be to convince you to join us in the good fight. The good fight is the one we engage in because our heart tells us to.
Petrus, come in quickly. Is this the young man? The tidings are bad, my friend. It looks like it has begun. The young master must be powerful, for the beast is terrifying. They say it has the head of a lion and bears the name of hell. He has set his tent near Pamplona. My barn is crowded with a few pilgrims bold enough to venture in winter-time. They heard about him and won't go further. You'll be glad to hear that Sir William has been sent from Chateau Gaillard to assist you.
Sir William? Why, I thought he died at St. John of Acre.
He didn't die, but he changed. He suffered a lot from what he saw, and from what he did.
In that case, the tradition hasn't sent him for assistance. They've sent him for redemption.
That's possible. Go up to my room. You can spend the night there, but tomorrow you'll have to leave.
Simon, events are speeding up. I would need to tell you 1,000 things about the tradition, but we don't have the time. Above all, you have to find out by yourself. A demon is waiting for us. We cannot escape him. Only you can defeat him.
But I don't know how to fight. Who's this demon anyway?
His name is Hades.
What does it have to do with me?
He's your own personal enemy.
My own? Enough. I'll sleep here, and tomorrow I'll go back. I'm not willing to die for a book and a bunch of crazy old heretics.
Your father was one of them, Simon. He was our leader. That's why you're here today. You can turn away if you want to, but that won't protect you from the demon. The pilgrimage you're undertaking is the road to power. The exercises are developing a gift that your father sensed in you. He had it himself. Certainly you can return. But what is worse, Simon? Fearing your enemy or regretting not having fought him? If you go back now, you might find out later that regrets are the deadliest enemies to the human soul. And do you know why? Because regrets are immortal. Demons are not.
What shall I do?
I'll have to go and look for William now. Stay here until I come back. If anyone comes, tell them you're my son and I am a merchant from Toulouse. Our enemies are on our trail. In the meantime, look at the messenger ritual. I have a hunch that the moment is right for soliciting a little guidance.
Damn cold. Hail to you. Good evening, lad.
Good evening, Father. It looks like you had a rough trip.
Don't mention it. My own cross to bear. I'm in a hurry, but my people won't go any further. The superstitious fools give credit to that fairy tale about a demon.
Don't you?
My son, you don't believe in demons when you've met the devil as often as I have.
But the church, Father. They keep telling us about demons.
The church. When talking to ignorance, you have to use simple words. Believe me, son, the devil's face looks much more like ours than a tailed and horned monster's.
Pray that such words shouldn't fall into zealot ears. It could earn you trouble, quite likely.
Not in my position, I suppose. But thank you for caring. Who are you, lad?
Just a humble pilgrim. My name is Simon and I travel with my father.
Ah, pilgrimage. Good for faith, trade, and robbery. I can hear from your accent that you're from Languedoc, aren't you?
I am.
A fair land indeed. I'm an Italian from Osma. I was in Toulouse a few days ago. Quite a mess. Are you from Toulouse?
I'm from the country.
Then, luckily for you, you are spared the pressure the Holy Church puts on those who dwell in the city. I wish you could only leave those peaceful Cathars alone. I'm sure you agree with me.
No, I don't. For they are the enemies of our beloved Innocent III.
You're a very devout young man, but you must also have a heart. You think these Cathars harmless, don't you?
No, for they preach disobedience towards the church. They will end up creating a civil war.
They'll die before they do. You may not know this, but the papal legate, Pierre de Castelnau, was murdered the day after a party held by the treacherous count. I was on the assassins list, but they missed me. The abbot of St. Senin had doubts because of a young man he had arrested himself 2 days before. My name is Monsignore Diego Dosma. I am a member of the Holy Inquisition.
Simon, Diego? Or shall I call you Monsignore?
Petrus, do you have a son? Ah, of course you don't. So the Pope was right.
Will you try to stop us, Diego?
No, I don't think I will. At least, not now. But we'll meet again, I can tell you that.
They sent you for the Templar. Don't bother to torture him. You won't get any information from him.
So, is this Mark one of your people? And I suppose the famous manuscript never existed. You will never change.
Be merciful with Mark, Diego.
Merciful. That's your problem, Petrus. You've always looked at things without the least sense of perspective. I shall depart now. I must not be seen in the company of heretics. Don't forget what I said about demons, lad. Their face is always closer to ours than we can imagine.
So, you know him?
Who doesn't? Monsignore Dosma, a sharp mind who gave up the righteous struggle a long time ago. However, he gave us a chance. I talked with William. He will come with us tomorrow.
Wonderful! He is a knight. He will fight the demon.
He came to fight, but he didn't come to win. You need a weapon, Simon. Not just any weapon. You need Durandal.
Durandal? Why not the Holy Grail while you're at it? And I suppose we'll find it somewhere in this room, wrapped in a kitchen towel.
Don't be sarcastic. Roland's sword is here somewhere. You'll have to ask for help.
From whom?
From your messenger. Find a holy ground. Kneel in front of an altar and perform the exercise. I'll be waiting for you here.
Why do I feel like I never have a choice?
You'll get an answer to that question too. Go now.
And you shall be heard. Ask, and you shall be answered. 3 times for 3 is a divine number, and divine is my nature. Durandal is a trial of your quest. I can only show you the way.
The process is quite delicate. I have to exchange the 2 blocks without causing the arm to move. That's it. Turandal! Turandal!
Believe me, son, the devil's face looks much more like ours than a tailed and horned monster's.
Hades is Simon. Simon is Hades. Of both, one will remain. The gift is a double-edged knife.
So this is here. A pleasant sight, I believe. I saw many a beauty, you know. The wonders of the Orient, as they say in the tales. I could tell you of things to make your wildest dreams pale into insignificance. I could tell you of castles of sand hanging in the air, heavenly forests in the middle of burning deserts, fruits which taste like marmalade, smells, oh, the smells. Whole universes of mystery and pleasure encapsulated in a fragrance. I could tell you of these things and more, if only when I closed my eyes I didn't see these rivers of blood flowing like the tears of a wounded soul. I have been in hell, Petrus. I have seen knights of renown, courageous, brave English and French knights, massacring women and children in the name of God. I have seen them, in the rage of battle, losing their minds, losing their faith, bloody, thirsty animals on the rampage. I have seen them, and I was one of them. I was hell.
I don't have the power to forgive you, William. Neither does the tradition. I think you've made the only choice worthy of a knight, and I bid you farewell, my friend.
Farewell, then. Today ends the legend of Sir William, follower of Richard Lionheart. Let it be engraved on my tombstone that my death was far nobler than my deeds. I wish success to the tradition. The world has urgent need of it. Farewell, Simon. You're our only hope now. I didn't have enough time to get to know you, but I am certain that I missed much. Now, you, beast of hell, bring me my peace or die!
Can't believe it. He's dead.
He died long ago, Simon. He died somewhere near Acre when he realized that he had murdered his dreams. Requiescat in pace, Walter.
What will we do now?
Now the time has come for you to master another power, the heightening of intuition. Kneel on the ground, here by this stone. Sprinkle some water on it. Focus your mind and energy. Touch the water and read it. It might be hard to begin with, but persevere. If you focus hard enough, you will liberate some of your natural powers of intuition.
Hello, man-breed. I have been waiting for you. Come closer. I will derive no pleasure from killing you, but I will eat you with joy. Give me your ridiculous sword, and I might consider sparing you. I said give it to me! Come and put it at my feet.
You? Here? How could you arrive here sooner than I did? The last time I saw you, you were at the court.
I don't know, Simon. There is some evil wizardry in all this. I was kidnapped in the very streets of Toulouse, drugged and put into a fast-moving wagon. I remember days of travel, cold nights and darkness, a lot of darkness. Oh, Simon, I'm so happy to see you here.
Hello, sir. I would have expected this hamlet to be deserted.
It is. We're the only ones left. Of all human hardship, the plague has the scariest face.
The plague? I thought you would have run away from Hades.
Hades? It means hell, doesn't it? Then I guess you're right. It's just what happened.
Whatever. But why did you stay when all decided to go?
Because of our home. You see, we got married less than a week ago, and this house represents everything we own and all our hopes. If we abandon it to mad dogs and thieves, we'll become nothing more than gypsies.
I can tell you that Hades is gone. You can go back to your house quietly.
I can't figure out how you should know such a thing. But were you even telling the truth? We still can go inside. The house is haunted.
I don't mean to offend you, my friend, but I don't believe in those superstitious old wives' tales.
Oh, no offense at all, sir. But I would be most grateful if you could go into that house and tell the superstitious old wives' tales to quit annoying us.
And I will too, right away. What do you think about that haunted house?
Wandering spirits have to be reconciled with their past life before they can accept their death.
Whose ghost is this supposed to be?
That of a witch who was burned in the village.
Is a filthy man entering my house? Have you brought your usual load of hate and suffering, you filthy men? Beware. My turn to suffer has passed. Now is my turn to hate. Flames, fire, bonfire. Filthy men will gaze no more. It's art to gaze at ashes. I was only guilty of love. Filthy men were guilty of giving pain, much pain. My blood on their hands, not only on their hands. Women are worse. They knew the truth. It is how the virgin becomes a whore. All it takes is men lust and woman's her pride. The priest, with eyes like a devil's, he do like my soft skin, but the church say no. What priest can't have, priest may burn. What remains of a woman once her ashes have been scattered by the... Now is my turn to hate. Flames, fire, bonfire. Filthy men will gaze no more. It's art to gaze at ashes. I was only guilty of love. Filthy men were guilty of giving pain, much pain. My blood on their hands, not only on their hands. Women are worse. They knew the truth. It is how the virgin becomes a whore. All it takes is men lust and woman's her pride. The priest, with eyes like a devil's, he do like my soft skin, but the church say no. What priest can't have, priest may burn. What remains of a woman once her ashes have been scattered by the wind? Revenge! Is a...
Lady, I understand that you have suffered, but revenge is a bitter fare that will end up poisoning your soul.
Who are you to lecture me? You know nothing of pain. Revenge has the sweetest taste of all. You are naive or foolish, maybe both.
These young people don't look like criminals to me. Were they the ones who hurt you?
They're paying for their parents' sins. Someone has to pay. It's written.
Where is it written? By whose hand?
It's written in the language of the elements. Only few people can read and understand it. Look at the table. Time plows its furrow. This is the past. This is the present. And this is the end. From earth the flesh is bred, pure or rotten. The rotten punish the pure with fire, the fire of their hatred. But air blows its anger, the breath of revenge which communicates the fire of pain to the air of the rotten. It's the balance, you see? Justice. Do you understand?
Water can turn down that fire. All you have is to wish it. Forgive.
Why should I do that, wise men? Give me one good reason and I'll do as you say.
This is your only chance to be free someday from these walls and from this life. I'm not asking you to do it for them. I'm asking you to do it for yourself.
What is there for me in heaven? Is someone waiting there? They must know I have been good.
They know you and they love you. Farewell. I don't wish you luck, for you won't need any where you are going.
Farewell, then. Tell them they can live in that house. I won't bother them anymore.
Tell me the story of that so-called witch.
I told you
I'll give you one chance to tell me the truth, or I'll walk away right now.
She was a young girl of the Casas family, very pretty. Once, during one of those festivals where men from other villages usually come to visit us, they...
I see.
When the women heard about it, first they turned against their husbands to find out who was guilty.
And all of them were, right?
Nearly, so they claimed that she had cast a spell on them. They asked for a priest to come and judge her. He was a lunatic, but they wanted their scapegoat.
What a shame.
I know. I wasn't there. I swear I wasn't. Not that I would have been able to change anything, but I wasn't among them. I was studying in Pamplona to become a clerk.
The sins of the fathers. That sounds familiar. Must a civilization be built upon bonfires?
I'm sure you can answer that question for yourself.
I could lift up the trapdoor using the bell and get downstairs. But then I'll have to be quick before it closes again. I could lift up the trapdoor using the bell and get downstairs. But then I'll have to be quick before it closes again.
You're no different from the others. You believe that things can hold treasures and secrets. Only people can hold treasures and secrets.
I will not disappoint those who have put their faith in me.
You mean those who have put their greed on you?
I didn't see these rivers of blood flowing like the tears of a wounded soul. Petrus. And I was one of them. I was hell.
Is there anyone in here?
Help! Are you Simon?
Yes. Who's that?
It's I, Diego Dosma. We met before.
Not such a pleasant memory.
Not such a bad one either, young man. Is Petros with you?
No.
Well, try and find a way to set us free before we die from thirst, will you?
Did you say us?
A friend of yours is keeping me company. Will you please let yourself be known to our young messiah?
I am Mark, Simon. We already met, but you were no more than a kid.
What are you both doing here?
First, try to set us free. We'll explain later. Act fast. The plague has set its camp in these ruins.
What held you from torturing him? Don't tell me it's pity. I know what you did in Béziers. You did it in the name of God.
You look like a very smart and educated child, but still a very naive one. That kind of trial has very little to do with religion and a lot to do with politics.
Can't you see the horror in your speech?
I do. But I also see the danger in those so-called Cathars. Do you think the Kingdom of France can afford a civil war?
Isn't that what's going to happen anyway?
Maybe. But Innocent III has been trying to prevent it for 30 years. Now, the unity of Europe is at stake. Pax et fides, my son. Peace and order justify the sacrifice of human lives.
Mark, I hope you don't support this sort of horror and contradictions.
I don't accept them, but I have lived through too many of them not to have discovered that they hold a certain part of the truth.
Why then? Why the tradition? Why all this?
Because, Simon of the Dream, the truth has its limits. And weren't they sometimes violated by the dreams of some? We would live in an animal realm of terror. I have chosen to be one of the dreamers.
What held you from torturing him? Now, may I know how an inquisitor becomes the ally of a heretic over a Moorish game?
Diego?
You may tell him.
Diego used to be one of us.
What?
The tradition brings together men of all religions. That's its essence. Didn't anyone tell you that yet? Our only goal is to gather men of goodwill around the simple belief that there is more nobility and faith in trying to overcome our differences than in fighting over them.
But the Pope sent you.
His Excellency is a visionary. He sent me to inquire about this manuscript, which I did.
Sir Mark, what does it all mean?
He asked him to inquire about it, not to take it and bring it back.
Is that answer supposed to make me scream and shout, Eureka, I understand? Then perhaps I'm slightly dumber than you think.
You are not. It's just that I can't cast a complete light on this story yet. Your quest isn't over, and it is not my responsibility to rush its conclusion. You have to find Billy Bast.
When and where is this supposed to happen? Petrus was to show me the way.
Your feet will show you the way. I have a feeling that you will meet him soon. Head for the cliff.
His Excellency is a visionary. He sent me to inquire about this manuscript, which I did.
Good morning, young man.
Good morning. But I know you.
Memory speaks a foreign language of which we don't get all the subtlety. This is what makes our perception of the truth so uncertain and our judgments so changeable. We should be much wiser to treat our memories as carefully as we treat our dreams.
This is no answer to my question.
Oh, so it was a question. In that case, the answer is maybe. Now it's my turn to ask you a question. What are you seeking in this wild region? What dream or memory are you running after?
I am looking for the house of a man we call Bellybast.
No, fire in the fireplace and large stone walls to protect you from the wind. Indeed, here is a fantasy which fits your situation perfectly. But you haven't answered my question frankly. What are you really looking for? What is your deepest desire? The one you would not confess to anyone, not even to the little priest in black.
I am looking for an answer which seems important in everyone's eyes.
And what does this answer represent to you?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I'm afraid that the moment I get it, it will reveal another question even more frightening than the previous one.
Which is?
Which is, what will I do with it?
You've just found part of your answer, young man. This deserves a miracle. Come here, Simon. At last you found me. You've come a long way, in every meaning of the word.
So it's you. The hermit. The tramp in Toulouse. It was you all along.
Yes, my son. You must not feel resentful about the little tricks we played upon you. They were far from unmotivated, believe me. And more often than not, you needed a little guidance.
Or should you say a little surveillance?
That too. You're right.
Now what? I'm here. I brought you the manuscript, but you could have had it much sooner. Won't you decipher it and uncover the secret?
When and where will Jesus Christ come again? A question worth dying for, according to many. Not for the sake of truth, though, but for the power it would bring to the keeper of this truth.
Now that power is yours.
Oh, I'm afraid it's not that simple. Your journey isn't over, Simon. A quest can't just be abandoned by the side of the road like some old rag. You haven't travelled all this way to bring me a question. As you said yourself, I could have had this manuscript much sooner. The reason you walked this long and perilous road is to bring me an answer. The answer you've been carrying all your life.
Where am I supposed to find that knowledge?
Just where any knowledge can be found. At the end of the road. Behind that door. The one you came from. 4 knights, 3 kings, 3 monsters, many friends, and a dangerous foe are awaiting you. They are part of your story. They all are part of your answer. Accomplish your destiny, Simon. You can't stop a marching legend.
I'm not sure I want to be a legend.
You are not a legend, Simon. You have one. And the only question is whether you will accept it or not. Go now, my son. The pilgrimage isn't over yet.
Who is that? Thank you, my son. You accomplished a holy deed by killing that monster. The King of Lore had sent it to prevent the believers from my illuminating them. I am not the old man you see. Concepts are difficult for human beings to portray. This is only the way you want to see me? It doesn't matter. I've had many faces, and this one is not the worst. You came to me because you want to know the true path to God. You did wisely. I am the shepherd. I am the one who sends the holy truth to the prophets, little by little, of course. For the holy truth has some frightening aspects that could overwhelm any human mind, which would receive it entirely. There are 2 gifts I can offer you: love and salvation. To get them, you will need to break the cages. Only my enemies' weapons have that power. Try to convince them. And beware of the monsters. They are invulnerable as long as they look at you.
Here, take my staff. It might help you to kill them, if you find a way to avoid their gaze. Good luck, my son.
On my life, sir, thou shalt not pass, for I am the keeper of that glass. They call me pagan. I cheat and steal. I murder too, and lie, but still thou shalt not pass, not in this life, unless you want to be at strife with the pagan, me, who'll kill thee without remorse nor pain for me. Behind that door, the king of strength, a fellow to be kept at length, sits enthroned and heavily clad, with 2 treasures to keep him glad. The king of faith posted me here as a sentry to guard the lair. Yet there is something I desire. Your own odds wouldn't be so dire if you could bring me salvation. You could accomplish your mission. I have your word. You have 1 head. If you fail me, thou shalt be dead.
Don't be afraid. Come closer. You don't look like a hero to me. I smell the stench of the pagan. You didn't kill him, did you? So what do you want? What are you here for?
I apologize, magnificent king, for disturbing you like this, but my life depends on your goodwill. I would need to borrow your axe.
To destroy the cages. Do you know my wages? Do you see?
Not really.
The pagan's head, I want him dead. My mighty sword against your word. Oh, my word, sir. Thou shalt not pass. For I'm the keeper of that glass. They call me weak. I feel anguish in my small heart. But still, thou shalt not pass. Not in this life, unless you want to be at strife with the weak. I will kill thee without a shake of fright for me. Behind that door, the king of law, a fellow not to be known more, sits enthroned and heavily clad, with 2 treasures to keep him glad. The king of strength posted me here as a sentry to guard the lair. Yet there is something I desire. Your own odds wouldn't be so dire if you could bring me back power. I could think to let you enter. I have your word. You have 1 head. If you fail me, thou shalt be dead.
What do you want? How did you get here? Is my fetid guardian dead? No, I can smell his rotten breath from here.
So tell me, what do you want?
Dear King, I have come to ask you for a favour. I would need to borrow your sword. I need it to escape from this place.
Escape? My sword? Yes, certainly. Take it.
Is that all?
Yes, providing that you kill my guardian, naturally.
Kill him?
Yes. It's my request. Nothing much, is it? Don't turn back on your word, though. Be careful. You'd find yourself unable to escape from this place.
What have you brought to me, Pilgrim? Will you be hero or victim? Bless you, dear friend. I will be free and find a way to content thee.
What have you brought to me, Pilgrim? Will you be hero or victim? Oh, bless you, dear friend. I will be free and find a way to content thee.
Well, well, well. It's most amusing, isn't it? It seemed like I am doomed to wait for you, Pilgrim. I preferred our last meeting, though. The surroundings were less ecclesiastic. Blech. Adaptation is the key to survival. I'm not afraid of them. Do you hear me, Jacob? I am not afraid. Now, demonstration. I know it doesn't work. They have their little pleasures, see? They like to mock me. But I will get out. I will. And I'll crush you down. You and your empire of hypocrisy. What now, Simon? You there? Oh. By the way, do you know where you are? No, of course you don't. You're in limbo. It sounds exotic, but it's terribly boring.
Will you kill me?
You're in limbo, you fool. That means it's almost done already. Anyway, I would have beaten you just for the sake of distraction, but they wouldn't allow it. You may kill in the name of God, but not in his own house. How convenient.
What are we doing here?
We've been banished. We lost our shadows.
Our shadows?
Yes. You did when you crossed that reflection. I did when I dived into the river. Without them, we can't live. And we can't die. I have an offer to make to you. Become my shadow. Just surrender your will to me, and we'll become one. We'll be the greatest captain of war in these lands. We'll win fortunes by selling our strength to kings and princes. We'll become the absolute warrior. Just come near me. Free your will. Come and put your hand on my chest.
I just caught one. A shadow.
I know. We have a problem, Simon. On the one hand, you don't know how to escape this place. On the other hand, I do know, but I can't. So let us trade. There's something you have which I want. The shadow you caught. Give it to me, and I'll give you the secret to get out of here. I give you my word of honor. I am a warrior. My word is my life.
I don't know.
You are afraid. I will offer you something pricey if you give me the shadow. I will set the English knight's soul free.
William's soul? What do you mean? Set his soul free?
He offered me his death wish. He turned to me for redemption. This means I have his soul at my disposal. You have the power to grant him salvation. Will you let down a man who died because of you? So, you won't do anything about this, William. You're just as selfish as the rest of them. I will tell you what. Let's gamble. Come on, sit down. I have a game here which will interest you. The rules. We will bet. If I win, you'll give me the shadow. If you win, I'll tell you the secret of escape. Incredible. You're gifted indeed. I'll be true to my oath. I'll give you the answer. The only way to escape is to conclude your quest.
Is that all? You liar! You had promised!
I am no liar. You're just too foolish to understand. Don't expect me to make things easy for you. Both of us are here because we sacrificed our lives to our quests, but weren't able to conclude them. You won't give up, I won't either. Wandering is the price to pay for our relentlessness. The prize of it is hope.
Seek, and you shall find. Speak, and you shall be answered.
The shadow. What have I to do with the shadow?
The shadows have been created from progress and peace. These two entities are the new concerns you acquired during your quest. They are the tradition's cornerstones. Knowledge against darkness to enforce peace. In any journey, you lose some things and you acquire some others. This is what you've won during your quest. This is the reason why you have to be born again. But in order to be born again, you'll have to find the answer. For life is nothing but a question.
Have a seat, Simon.
Congratulations, boy.
I am amazed by what you have accomplished so far.
Have a rest. You deserve it. See? You finally found the answer you were looking for. Indeed, it falls to us to make the dream of humanity a dream of light and love. It is true for everyone, no matter his race or religion. This is what we are fighting for. This is the secret of the tradition. You will understand now that it is not the kind of secret that may be revealed to someone. It is the kind of secret that has to be discovered. I'm sure that the latest events give you a much clearer understanding of this whole adventure. There are a few questions we would like to ask you, Simon, a few questions which will enable us to measure whether or not we can ask you the final one.
At this point, I think a few questions won't hurt.
During your journey, you have approached different religions and beliefs. You are certainly aware that a dreadful campaign is being prepared. Men from the north will soon march against the south of France. Who will be the victims of this so-called crusade?
The Cathars?
You are no doubt aware that there are many reasons for that war. Who is its initiator?
The Pope Innocent III.
And whom did he need to convince for that matter?
The King of France, Philip?
What event acted as a spark?
The assassination of Pierre de Castelnau.
This merchant you met, the one who helped you find Petrus's track, had a revenge and used you as his valet. Who was his machination aiming at?
Diego Dosma?
Who had sent this Diego Dosma?
Innocent III did.
Who was he supposed to take his orders from?
From Arno, the abbot of St. Cernin.
What were these orders?
To find and torture you.
What information did he expect to get from me?
The manuscript. They all wanted to know where the manuscript was.
You definitely are a bright young man. That's all from me.
Now, Simon, I will ask you a few more questions, if I may. Those Catars who were persecuted, what is the name of their main sacrament?
The consolamentum?
What do they call themselves once they have received it?
The perfect ones, I believe.
Can you tell me what name they give to their messenger?
Paraclete?
You're absolutely right. Now, something different. Durandale, the magic sword. Whom did it belong to?
To Roland.
Which great king was he serving?
Charlemagne.
Good. Let's talk about Hades. Why was he a prisoner in limbo?
Because he hadn't completed his quest.
And what was he trying to achieve?
To become one with me.
Excellent!
My turn to speak and ask. Simon, I have 3 riddles for you. Here is the first one. I am not what people think I am. I am carried and I carry. I am the vessel of truth, though I am a fake.
The manuscript.
Very good. Now, my second riddle. I come escorted by fearsome guards. I am feared and expected. No ending, though it's how it starts.
The apocalypse.
Yes. Pay attention now, for this is the last. I live between earth and sky. I have offered something precious to someone special. I'll be one of the answers to the final question.
Isabeau?
Yes, Isabeau.
I am proud of you, my boy. Now is the time of choice. Simon de Longplay, you have proved to yourself that you're worthy of your father's name, that you deserved our confidence, and above all that you deserved your own legend. You've held your dreams high like a banner. Today is the day when victory is announced on the battlefield, when the hero puts his sword away and looks behind him. His eyes embrace the plain, without nostalgia, and he's filled with respect for what he used to be and is no longer. Also with respect for everyone who took a scale off his changing skin and helped with his mutation. For the fulfillment of a man is just like a kingdom, and never is the fruit of a solitary path. The tradition today proposes to you, the youngest among us, to become our champion, to fight the good fight with us, to get men closer to each other, to join them together above all different beliefs beneath the eye of God, for peace and agape against hatred and certainty.
Simon de Longplay, do you want to join the soldiers of the dream?
Simon de Longplay, do you want to become the bugle which will announce the realm of free men in a world of lost men?
Yes, I want to.
Kneel down, Pilgrim. 1,000 of them could fall at your side and 10,000 to your right, still you will never be touched. No harm will befall you, no plague will find your tent. For to your angels you will give orders that they protect you on all roads. You will trample the lion and the asp underfoot. You will have the lion cub and the dragon at your feet.